Well, we'd like to welcome you to Caledon Valley. My name is Tabitha, my husband Don, and my daughter Mackenzie and I own this property. And you can see that we had a little bit of a sign up front there that we change for each event to highlight whose event it is. As you enter, you'll see that we have a very long tree-lined driveway, which a lot of photographers use for some amazing photos. We live on approximately 60 acres here in the city of Caledon. Lots of rolling hills and greenery. It is very private and serene. We only run one event a day, so the property is yours for the day and is very private, and we do our absolute very best to ensure that we take care of you and give you the best day ever. As you can see, we're heading up to the barn. We have our two horses. We have Shadow, who's been with us almost 16 years, and Teddy, who's been with us for the past 4 to 5 months. Both are very friendly and love to hang out with the guests prior to and following ceremonies. On the right, you'll see that we have a nice pond with a fountain, also a great place to take photos. You're going to be coming up on this ceremony area, which is in front of the old 60-year-old willow tree, and it's just being set up for the ceremony that we have for today. As well, we have 2 arches on site and many other pieces of decor, barrels, that sort of stuff. This is going to give you a shot of the cocktail and hors d'oeuvre hour. So this is the front of the barn, and you can see lots of grass space there. We usually lay out some lawn games. This is obviously underneath the bar when the cocktail bar is open. You can see this is set up for an event with lots of florals and some of the games on the lawn. We're heading over to the first set of washrooms. There are 4 washrooms below and 3 above in the reception area. So these washrooms here are a bit of a tribute. This used to be a kids' riding camp. And so a lot of history in this building, and in particular these washrooms. You can see the sign of how long it's been a kids' riding camp, and those are all the old pictures. These washrooms are very rustic, but very large. As we come out of the washrooms, there is this old stone building, which also has been an amazing picture spot for people. You can see the old fireplace. So a lot of guests like to sit there and take photos, as well as the bridal parties. Heading back to the back of the property is where you'll see the parking. This is the left-hand side of the property where you see some old cabins that are more just storage. And you can see that we have lots of parking here at Caledon Valley Estate for all of your guests. And again, quite the view. We are fully handicap accessible. This is the ramp going into the back of the barn. This again is a shot of the cocktail area. And these are the upstairs washrooms that are attached to the barn. So you can see very nice, a little smaller, but beautifully done washrooms. And very rustic chic, we like to say. So moving on, we're going to go back down to the basement of the barn, or the underneath of the barn. And you can see here that it's all quite nicely done in stone. This was set up for an event. Rustic elegance is what we like to call it because of the beautiful chandeliers. Here's another setup for cocktail, as well as this is our backup ceremony site. So if it rains, you can get married underneath the barn. So we're going back out to the front of the property again, where you can see Shadow once again. And we're going to actually show you some of the ceremony shots that we have. So these are a couple of different shootings of ceremonies that we've had more recently. And you can see the beautiful willow tree, 60-year-old willow tree in the background. Once again, another ceremony setup. And you can see how large that beautiful willow tree is. And yet another setup. We also have a couple of arches on site that you can use, as I mentioned earlier, as well as a few other decor items. Now we're going to head up into the barn. So these are the front steps that our guests like to enter the barn from. Up here is also a great view of the front of the property once you get up to the top of the steps. But again, fully handicap accessible, so if your guests can't use the front, we've got that ramp that they can get up into the barn. But here you can start to see an out view of the property, including some of the other outbuildings or barns we have, and there's an even better shot. So now we're going to get ready to go inside the barn. This was just being set up for an actual event. As you can see, it's a beautiful white barn, 4,300 square feet of space, lots of room to hold up to 200 guests, still with a dance floor. Here you can see just some of the various different setups that we've had for different weddings, including, I think we've got some pictures of a Sikh ceremony, daytime ceremony in here. But you can see different setup, beautiful. The barn presents a beautiful backdrop for anything you really want to do for your wedding. A lot of brides do their own decor or have somebody brought in to do decor for them. All of the tables and chairs are ours, so those are on site and part of our package. You can see that's the bar area at the back. Again, just that's the Sikh ceremony I was talking about, which is just beautiful. We offer honey bomboniers as part of our package as well too for our Saturday weddings, and we are very pet friendly. So we have beautiful photos at any time of the day, and you can see there's the barn lit up at night. And I think that's the end of the tour. Thanks so much.